Scariest bridges in the world. Number 15. Longjiang Suspension Bridge. The suspension bridge over the Longjiang River in China's Yunnan province has recently finished construction. It's elegant but also truly terrifying. It's set to hold the world record for the highest bridge in the world, hovering 920 feet from the ground. It will also be the longest suspension bridge in existence. You'll have to cross more than 8,000 feet to get to the other side of this sky-high bridge. Number 14. Tightless Cliff Walk. This bridge is not for the faint of heart. The Tightless Cliff Walk is a pedestrian walkway suspended 1,500 feet above an ice-cold glacier in the Swiss Alps. Engineering and building a bridge in these extreme conditions was very hard. It stands at a dizzying 3,238 meters, which is over 10,000 feet above sea level. Walking on this bridge is both a beautiful and scary experience. Number 13. Royal Gorge Bridge. The Royal Gorge Bridge can be found in Colorado near Cañon City. It crosses the gorge for 950 feet right above the Arkansas River and once held the record for the highest bridge in the world. It's possibly one of the most anxiety-induced commutes you'll make as you take in the beautiful and very tall landscapes. Number 12. Trift Suspension Bridge. One of the longest pedestrian-only suspension bridges in the world can be found connecting two peaks in the Swiss Alps. It's rather simple in design, but even that won't make you feel comfortable. To cross this bridge, you'll have to carefully walk 170 meters or 560 feet. It's so high up you'll have to take a cable car and then hike for 2 hours just to get there. Make sure to walk slowly and hold on tight when you're trying to cross the bridge. Number 11. Kwandinsky Bridge. The Kwandinsky Bridge in Russia is easily one of the scariest bridges in the world, mostly because it has not been repaired or maintained since it was built over 30 years ago. It consists mostly of steel with loose timber on top and was meant to be part of a greater transcontinental railroad, but was ultimately never utilized. The city has set the decrepit bridge off limits, but many pedestrians still try to cross. Number 10. Capilano Suspension Bridge. In Vancouver, Canada, you can find this bridge perched above the twisted Capilano River. It's a very narrow passage that spans 450 feet long through a misty evergreen forest. A few brave souls every year visit the Capilano Suspension Bridge, which hangs a harrowing 230 feet above the ground. Make sure to watch your footing on this bridge, as it's a very wet climate, and you definitely don't want to trip and fall at this height. Number 9. Monkey Bridges of Vietnam. The monkey bridges of Vietnam are definitely unique looking and possibly one of the trickiest to cross on this list. These bridges help locals and tourists alike cross the rivers of the Mekong Delta, but they are built almost entirely of timber. The footpath itself consists of just single pieces of wood that you'll have to tiptoe to cross. Number 8. Vine Bridges of Iya Valley. Japan isn't just home to big cities like Tokyo and Kyoto, it's also home to mysterious and strange places. One example is the misty West Iya Valley, which is full of overgrown trees, flora, and the precarious vine bridges. The story of how these bridges came to be are lost to history, but what we do know is that they are made by real-life vines intertwined with planks. The bridge is sturdy, but there are nearly 1-foot gaps in between the planks, so if you're a little nervous about walking on a bridge made of plants, you might want to find another way through the valley. Number 7. Hussaini Hanging Bridge. All you need to do is look at the Hussaini Hanging Bridge to understand why it's so scary. It's a barely put together bridge that stretches across the Borat Lake in Pakistan. With its sparse footing and steel wire, it's easy to see why it's known by many as the world's most dangerous bridge. Perhaps even scarier is the bridge right next to it, which has collapsed and is treading water. It's almost a warning that tells people not to use the bridge at all. Number 6. Kirrikaridi Rope Bridge. The Kirrikaridi Bridge is a famous rope bridge in Northern Ireland that links the mainland Ireland to the tiny island of Kirrikaridi. It's not a very long walk and only 20 meters or 66 feet in length, but levitates 98 feet above a bunch of rocks and sea waves. However, you might be nervous to cross this relatively short bridge because it's entirely made of wooden planks and rope knots. Number 5. Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge. The Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge opened in 2016, and it's a truly spine-tingling experience. The bridge is suspended 900 feet high, right above the steep valley. This bridge was built so that anyone crossing it can enjoy the nature and breathtaking sights below them, but you might be a little too nervous to take in the view as you stare down at the nearly 1,000-foot drop. The scariest part might be the fact that one of the glass panes cracked underneath the feet of the pedestrian traffic. Now, the bridge is limited to less than 800 people at a time. Number 4. Heihenqiao Bridge. The Zhangjiaqi isn't the only glass bridge in China. There's another one known as the Brave Men's Bridge, hanging in a national park. Before 2014, the Brave Men's Bridge already had a fierce reputation for being a harrowing walk. That's when the park manager replaced the 300-meter or 980 feet long bridge just to make everything that much scarier. Number 3. Eye-Patrie Bridges. In Crimea, there are bridges that swing with the high winds of the Crimean mountain. The Eye-Patrie Bridge requires someone to have a gut of steel to get through. These peaks experience gusts of up to 100 miles per hour many days of the year. If you can manage to cross these bridges, you will earn a beautiful view of the surrounding cities and the Black Sea. Number 2. Aiguille du Midi Bridge. You can take a cable car all the way to the top of the Mont Blanc Massif mountain range in France and enjoy a view of the clouds. This bridge between two peaks is very short, but because you have to take a cable car up a mountain, it's also very high. You will have to conquer any fear of heights, as this short bridge is 9,200 feet high. Number 1. Ashima Ohashi Bridge. This list has some truly terrifying bridges, but this one might be the scariest to drive on. The Ashima Ohashi Bridge connects the cities of Matsu and Sakai Minato in Japan, although it looks more like a roller coaster than a freeway. It's known for having the steepest gradient of any bridge, and it's so steep photos taken of it head-on make cars look like they're driving straight. Just remember to drive safely and keep your hands inside of the vehicle at all times if you ever have to cross this bridge.